Good day, students. Welcome to our Part 1 online discussion. Our subject is CFLM1, Nationalism and Patriotism. Good day, students. This is the Part 2 of our online discussion for the subject Nationalism and Patriotism, CFLM1. To begin with our Module 1, Part 2, we will start at the general types of characters. The first one is the positive character, good character, or positive trait. So these are attributes such as integrity, honesty, courage, loyalty, fortitude, and other important virtues that promote good behaviors and habits. So if we say integrity, you are doing good. Ginagawa mo yung mabuti kahit walang nakakakita. You are doing the right thing kahit walang nakakakita because that is the right thing to do. Same is true with the honesty, the courage. You need that as a future law enforcers. Kailangan nyo ng courage to perform your duty to serve and protect the people. You need loyalty and fortitude. Okay? So the second one is the negative character, negative trait. So a person's predisposition to commit evil acts. So if we say negative character, it has something to do with evil acts. Ito yung mga masasamang gawain. Okay? The third one is the neutral character or neutral trait. So it means it is commonly used to describe a person who doesn't pick sides and disputes. So take note of that. It doesn't pick sides and disputes. Kumbaga walang kinikilingan. Ito ay patas. So, you need that someday as a future law enforcer. You have to be neutral. Kailangan ikaw ay nasa gitna or kailangan ikaw ay patas bilang isang law enforcer. So, neutral also pegs anything that refuses to be bold. So that is the essence of being or having a neutral character. You doesn't pick sides in disputes. Patas ka, kumbaga. So next lesson is the types of characters. Okay. The first one is the self-realized character and the covetous character. We have the superstitious character, egoistic, overbearing or bossy, tall talker. The number 5 is the antisocial character. The number 6, we have insincere character. Number 7, we have complacent character. Next is the 6 pillars of good character. May mga 6 tayong pillars of good character. Una dyan is trustworthiness. Okay? So, under trustworthiness, una dyan is yung tinatawag nating honesty. So, we have 5 dimensions of honesty. Number 1 is the truthfulness, pagiging totoo, sincerity, same is true with sincerity. We have candor, we have integrity, and we have reliability. Next to honesty is letter B, loyalty. Next is the considerations to maintain reliability. We have avoid bad faith excuses. So this means interpret your promises fairly and honestly. Don't try to rationalize non-compliance. So we should avoid bad faith excuses. Okay? That you have to do. Kailangang tumupad sa kung ano yung sinabi mo, kung ano yung ipinangako mo. Okay? Don't make excuses. Number 2, you should avoid unwise commitments. Okay? So before making a promise, consider carefully whether you are willing and likely to keep it. Think about unknown or future events that could make it difficult, undesirable, or impossible. Sometimes all we can promise is to do our best. So, before making, bago ka mangako, consider mo. You should consider carefully kung kaya mo bang gawin yung ipinangako mo. Kaya mo bang i-keep yung pangako mo. Kaya mo bang tumupad sa kung ano yung ipinangako mo. So do not make commitment na hindi mo kayang panindigan. Okay? The third one is avoid unclear commitments. So this means be sure that when you make a promise, the other person understands what you are committing to do. So, kailangan malinaw kung ano yung pinapasok mong commitment. Okay? Yun dapat ang gawin mo. You have to clarify your commitment before you enter into that commitment. Okay? You have to make sure when you make a promise, kapag ikaw ay nangako, siguraduhin mo. Okay? Kailangan malinaw. Kung may mga goal ka, you have to set goals. That is commitment. Okay? Kailangan malinaw lahat. Okay? So you have to understand what you are committing to do. Ganun din sa ibang tao na pinangakuan mo, kailangan malinaw din sa kanya. Yung commitment between you and that person. Kailangan may unawaan, may understanding between you and the persons you are committing for. So next pillar is respect. This is the number 2 pillar of good character. So if we say respect, it has something to do with the golden rule. So the golden rule in human relation, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, perfectly illustrates respect. Respect begets respect. Kung gusto mo ng respeto, matuto ka munang rumispeto sa iba. I-reverse natin yung do unto others. Ibaliktad natin, gawin nating do not do unto others. Or wag mong gawin sa iba ang ayaw mong gawin nila sa'yo. So that is respect. Kung gusto mong respetohin ka, then respeto ka din ng kapwa mo muna. So that's the golden rule. So when respect is observed, we would prevent and preempt violence. So kung may respeto daw ang bawat isa, nandun na we can avoid violence. Okay? Pag sinabi kasing violence, hindi lang physical, even verbal. Like discrimination, nandiyan yung mga bagay na yan. So kung may respeto daw tayo, ay may iwasan natin yung mga bagay na ito. Humiliation, manipulation, and exploitation. So, it reflects notions such as civility, courtesy, decency, dignity, autonomy, tolerance, and acceptance. It is indeed na magkakaiba tayong lahat ng pag-uugali, magkakaiba tayo ng pinanggalingan, magkakaiba tayo ng culture. Though tayong lahat ay Pilipino, ngunit magkakaiba tayo ng pananaw sa buhay. But ang second pillar na ito, ang tinutukoy niya ay respeto sa bawat isa, kahit ano paman or ano ka man. So respect begets respect. The golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Next, we have the qualities of the respectful person. Mga katangian. So the first one is the ability to listen. If you are a respectful person, ikaw daw ay may kakayanang makinig sa sinasabi din ng iba. So, when somebody is talking, he is attentively listening. So, a respectful person is always available to listen. He has the ability to listen. May kakayanan siyang makinig din sa opinion at sinasabi din ng ibang tao. He is attentively listening. Okay? Marunong makinig sa kapwa. Number 2, treat others with consideration. So we have to be considerate. If you have that pillar of a good character, if you have that respect, you should have consideration. A respectful person doesn't resort to intimidation. Yung kumbaga parang nakaka-intimidate or parang nakaka-insulto. So, coercion or violence, except in extraordinary and limited situations to defend others. Pwede na lang daw kung ikaw ay or kailangan mong i-defend yung sarili mo or yung ibang tao. So, limited situations to defend others. Teach discipline, maintain order, or achieve social justice. They allow all individuals, including maturing children, to have a say in the decisions that affect them. So the third quality of a respectful person, he or she is capable of accepting individual differences and beliefs. So gaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina, na tayo ay magkakaiba. Even our beliefs, magkakaiba din tayo ng paniniwala. So respectful individuals, without prejudice, openly accepts principles and ideologies of others. So without prejudice, kumbaga, hindi ka agad nanguhusga. You do not judge people according to their physical outlook, according to their economic status, to their physical. Okay? You do not judge them. They judge others only on their negative character, abilities, and conduct. Okay? Kung ikaw ay, if you are a respectful person, sinasabi dito, you judge others only sa kung ano yung nakikita mong negative or bad attitude na nakikita mo sa isang tao or sa ibang tao. Abilities and conduct. So, it has something to do with negative character as we discussed a while ago. And the third pillar is being responsible. Pagiging responsable. So, it is understood the life is full of choices, isn't it? And everyone has its own judgment and decisions to take in life. However, we are expected to be responsible for our actions and behaviors as rational being. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng pagiging rational? we human beings are rational. According to Aristotle, we are a political animal. Why? Bakit tayo tinawag na rational being? Because we have the ability to think. We have the ability to reason out. We have the ability to speak kung ano yung nasa loob natin. So, anumang bagay na ating ginagawa, we should be responsible and accountable for our actions. As we all know, you are now in your legal age, di ba? So, you are now accountable, you are now responsible sa kung ano ang iyong ginagawa. Sabi nga, life is full of choices, ano? So, nasa sayo kung ano yung pipiliin mo. You have the right, you have the freedom to choose. So, be responsible. You are expected na maging responsable for your actions. Next, we have the qualities of a responsible person. Una, you have that sense of accountability. So, an accountable person leads by example or a good example, magandang halimbawa. So, as a leader someday, you should walk the talk. Dapat ginagawa mo kung ano yung sinasabi mo. And doesn't shift blame, or you do not put the blame on other people. Hindi ka basta-basta naninisi ng ibang tao or claim credit for the work of others. Kung ano man yung achievement ng ibang tao, you should commend them, no? Kailangan na i-appreciate mo din sila. You do not own their works. You do not own their achievement. Okay? So number 2, the pursuit of excellence. So a responsible person shows diligence, what he is doing. So you need to be diligent in what you are doing. For you future law enforcers, kailangan ay maging dedicated kayo sa inyong mga trabaho, sa inyong mga ginagawa. Careful in his actions. Okay? Kailangan maging maingat sa lahat ng ginagawa. Prepared and informed. They finish what they started. Ito yung mahalaga. Hindi pinag-uusapan kung gaano ka nakatagal. Ang pinag-uusapan dito kung papaano mo tatapusin yung sinimulan mo. Okay? Overcoming rather than surrendering to obstacles. So, I do believe that you are born to win, not to be defeated. Ikaw ay pinanganak na champion, panalo, hindi talunan. Okay? So, you have to finish what you have started. You have to overcome obstacles. The third one is self-restraint. So, responsible people exercise self-control. Kung ikaw daw ay responsableng tao, kailangan mayroon kang tinatawag na self-control. Okay? Restraining passions and appetites. Saan? Sa lust. Okay? Alam naman natin kung ano ibig sabihin yan. Lust. Hatred. Sa galit, lalo na sa inyo. Future law enforcers, you have to manage your anger. Kailangan na ma-manage natin ng tama. No? Yung magkaroon tayo ng anger management. No? Hindi pwedeng palaging init ng ulo. Next is gluttony, greed, and fear. So lahat ng mga bagay na ito, kailangan magkaroon tayo ng self-control or self-restraint for the sake of longer-term vision and better judgment. Next pillar, fairness or pagiging patas. So this pillar of good character involves issues or equality. So pantay-pantay, impartiality, walang kinikilingan, proportionally, openness, and due process. So we need to maintain this one. Napakahalaga nito. Yung patas, equality. It is unfair to handle similar matters inconsistently and to impose punishment that is not commensurate with the offense. So, nakikita natin yan ngayon sa ating judicial system. Yung due process of law. So, you know what I mean if we talk about our judicial system. So, if we say fairness, you have to promote the good. You have to promote equality, pagkakapantay-pantay. Walang kinikilingan. Okay? Number 5, caring. Number 5, pillars caring. It is the heart of ethics. Okay? It is the heart of ethics and ethical decision making. Okay? It is scarcely possible to be truly ethical and yet unconcerned with the welfare of others. So, kailangan magkaroon tayo ng concern, malasakit sa ibang tao. This is one of the 6 pillars of good character. Yung concern natin, yung care natin sa ibang tao. That is because ethics is ultimately about good relations with other people. So you have to maintain good relationship with other people. Kailangan na-maintain natin yung magandang samahan, magandang relasyon sa ibang tao. Okay? The last pillar is citizenship. So this pillar of good character includes civic virtues and duties that prescribe how we ought to behave as part of a community. The good citizen knows the laws and obeys them. He volunteers and stays informed on the issues of the day, the better to execute his duties and privileges as a member of a self-governing democratic society. So, we live in a democratic society. Tayo ay nasa demokrasya. Napakaganda ng ating subject, nationalism and patriotism. So, it tackles itong last pillar about citizenship. Actually, nasa ating saligang batas ito, sa ating 1987 Philippine Constitution about citizenship. So, we as part of a community, kailangan alam natin yung mga batas na dapat sundin. A good citizen knows the laws. Kung ikaw ay good citizen at tinatawag, alam mo yung mga batas na dapat sundin. Okay? Ikaw ay may willingness, you have that willingness to stay informed on the issues of the day. Okay? So, the better to execute your duty as a part of the community. Okay? So, yung demokrasya na ating tinatamasa ngayon, that is a privilege. May kalayaan tayo. We have the freedom. So that is citizenship. And now we have the last part of our discussion in Module 1. We have the character traits. Okay, we have the alertness, attentiveness, availability, benevolence, boldness, cautiousness, compassion, contentment, creativity, decisiveness, deference, dependability, determination, diligence, discernment, discretion, endurance, enthusiasm, faith, flexibility, forgiveness, generosity, gentleness, and gratefulness. Next is the honor, hospitality, humility, initiative, joyfulness, justice, loyalty, meekness, obedience, orderliness, patience, persuasiveness, punctuality, resourcefulness, responsibility, security, self-control, sensitivity, sincerity, thoroughness, thriftiness, tolerance, truthfulness, virtue, and wisdom. So that ends our discussion in Module 1. Again, thank you so much everyone for watching this video. May God bless us all.